When I was a teenager, around 13 or 14 years old, I started to question the world around me. People said that everything had a creator. Just like how a watch needs a watchmaker, the world needs someone who made it. But then I thought, if everything needs a creator, who created God? This question puzzled me and led to even more confusion. When I asked these questions, the people around me were shocked. They scolded me and tried to make me stop asking. Some people even prayed for me to be guided back to the right path. But my friends who were also curious about the world gathered around me, and we all started to debate. We talked and talked, trying to understand these big ideas. During those days, I was very proud of my ability to think and argue. I thought I was smart because I could come up with clever ideas. But I didn't realize that I was getting trapped by my own thoughts. I kept asking, if God made everything, who made God? This question didn't make sense because I was treating God like something created, even though I called him the creator. I was tangled up in my own logic. I didn't understand that for everything to exist, there must be something that has always existed, something that doesn't need a creator. This idea was something philosophers like Aristotle called the first cause, or prime mover. But at that time, I didn't know much about philosophy or logic. I was just starting to explore these deep ideas. It took me 30 years of reading books, thinking deeply, and questioning myself to find answers. I spent countless nights alone, reflecting on these questions. I had to look at my thoughts from every angle, again and again, trying to find the truth. This journey wasn't easy. I didn't want simple answers. If I had just listened to my natural instincts, I might have found peace sooner. But I lived in a time when everything was complicated. The voice of reason became loud, and the simple, natural feeling that leads people to believe in God became just a whisper. Reason was celebrated because it gave us incredible inventions and discoveries, like electricity, airplanes, and even space exploration. Reason made people feel powerful, like they could understand and control everything. But this power also made us arrogant, thinking we knew everything. As a young boy, I was fascinated by science. I read books by famous scientists and thinkers. I even had a small laboratory in my room where I experimented with chemicals and studied nature. The world around me was shouting, "Science is the answer. Science is the only way." And I believed it. I went to medical school where I learned about the human body and diseases, all in English. This was because modern science and medicine were largely developed in the West. We were taught that only what could be seen, touched, or measured was real. Anything beyond that, anything invisible or spiritual, was dismissed. But even as I immersed myself in science, I couldn't ignore the sense that there was something greater behind it all. The universe was so perfectly ordered, from the tiniest atoms to the vast galaxies. Everything seemed to work together like a beautiful, intricate machine. This made me wonder, could all this perfection really be just a coincidence? Or was there a higher power behind it all? At one point, I started to think of God as the energy or force that powers the universe. I thought of him as the hidden power that keeps everything in motion, from the smallest insect to the largest planet. But I still didn't fully understand what I was looking for. The more I explored this idea, the more I realized that it didn't satisfy me. Thinking of God as just an energy or force seemed too simple. It didn't explain the deeper meaning behind life or the universe. I needed to find something more. Finally, after years of searching, I came to understand that there must be a creator who is beyond everything. Someone who is not part of the universe, but the one who created it all. This creator is not like us. He doesn't need anything or anyone. He is perfect, all-knowing, and all-powerful. I realized that this creator gave life to everything and guided it with wisdom and care. He created the world with such precision that even the smallest details are part of a bigger, beautiful design. This understanding brought me peace. I no longer saw God as just a force, but as the ultimate creator who is aware of everything and who cares for all creation. This journey from doubt to faith was not easy, but it was necessary. It taught me to look beyond what I could see and to understand that there is a greater truth that guides everything in life. This was just the beginning of my journey, a journey that would continue as I explored more about life, death, and the mysteries of existence. But for now, I had found a place of certainty, a place where faith and reason could coexist.